The US is widening the innovation gap with Europe when it comes to leveraging AI. Microsoft is pulling out the stops to convince government clients they've changed their security culture. GPT outperforms financial analysts. A Starbucks in Korea is run by robots. And if tape is really dead, why are we shipping so much of it? These stories and more on the Slow But Steady Doesn't Always Win the Race edition of #Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. Economists are warning of a potential widening innovation and economic gap between the US and Europe when it comes to capturing the benefits of generative AI. A new paper by the McKinsey Global Institute finds that most AI breakthroughs are happening in the US, while Europe is moving more cautiously in regulating labor-displacing technologies. European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde, addressing the Council of Foreign Relations last month, said, "It's just mind-boggling that productivity growth in the United States between 2019 and now has been 6%. In Europe, it's 0.6%. And Canadian listeners shouldn't be smug about this. Canadian productivity, according to an article published by the Bank of Montreal's economic blog, has been declining negative 0.3% per year. The paper points to structural factors like the aging workforces that could stall workforce transitions required for widespread AI adoption in Europe. It estimates both regions may need at least 12 million workers to shift roles in just 5 years, double the pre-pandemic pace for Europe. Anu McKinsey Partners said in the US, this rate of labor transition has been higher historically. It would require a step up in Europe's metabolic rate of people moving to new roles. And while rapid US adoption could accelerate productivity growth from historic norms, slower European AI uptake may limit gains to just 0.3% through 2030, widening the technology and economic divide. In a study from the University of Chicago's Booth School of Business, researchers found that GPT-4 can outperform human analysts in the complex task of financial statement analysis. The study tasked GPT-4 with predicting future earnings directions based on standardized financial data using a chain of thought reasoning process that mimics human analysts' steps. At 53% or less, the professional analysts were performing at about the same rate as a coin flip. But remarkably, GPT-4, using the chain of thought process, achieved a 60.35% accuracy, a full 7 percentage points higher than the professional analyst forecasts made 1 month after earnings releases. As one researcher stated, financial statement analysis requires broad knowledge, common sense, and narrative context like industry trends, things machines traditionally struggle with. Yet, GPT-4 matched human-level performance, which is extraordinary. The researchers employed 2 methods, a simple prompt and a more guided chain of thought process walkthrough. GPT-4 outperformed both human analysts and specialized AI models using that second approach. Researchers theorized GPT-4 gleaned insights from financial ratios and trends, combining this quantitative analysis with its broad economic knowledge and theoretical underpinning. The findings highlight GPT-4's remarkable general capabilities and potential to augment or replace human expertise in complex, open-ended analytical tasks well beyond its narrow training domain. Based on these results, as AI models continue advancing, we could expect their adoption across knowledge worker roles to accelerate rapidly. Microsoft is pulling out all the stops to actively engage with federal government IT and cybersecurity leaders to outline its revamped internal security practices and rebuild trust following last summer's damaging China-linked email hack that exposed top official communications. The tech giant is briefing federal agencies on its new Secure Future Initiative strategy that incentivizes prioritizing cybersecurity in product design and development. Microsoft executives like Steve Fail have been meeting agency CIOs, CISOs, and security teams. The briefings come ahead of Microsoft President Brad Smith's testimony next month before the House Homeland Security Committee regarding the hack, which a government advisory board labeled preventable. In these agency meetings, a key focus has been assuring skeptics that Microsoft's security overhaul is genuine. As Fail stated, They understand norms have changed. Getting certainty around our efforts is the focus. The outreach underscores how last year's incident harmed government trust in Microsoft and provided an opening for rivals like Google, which recently offered discounts to lure away customers. However, Microsoft is not treating these as competitive threats, at least not in their public statements. As Fail put it, we don't see companies with alternative solutions as the competition. We're looking for partnership to address those threats, targeting both Microsoft and government. The South Korean tech giant Naver has deployed around 100 autonomous service robots named Rookie to serve customers at its building's Starbucks cafe. In their 1784 tower, billed as the world's largest robotics testbed, you can see Naver's vision of a tech convergence building that seamlessly blends cutting-edge technologies like robotics, AI, and cloud computing into the workspace. On a regular day, a wheeled robot called a Rookie autonomously navigates all 36 floors, delivering food, drinks, and parcels. It uses dedicated robot elevators. It's assisted by another type of robot called Ambidex, a dual-armed precision robot that safely handles customer interactions. According to Naver, in 1784, daily service becomes daily testing. Each day's issues become the next day's updates as the robots continuously learn and adapt. Underpinning this army of robots is Naver's pioneering ARC, AI robotics cloud platform that provides cloud-powered intelligence. ARC enables ultra-low latency multi-robot coordination, precise indoor navigation, task planning, and more through advanced algorithms and 5G connectivity. As Sang-Yuk Sung, Naver Labs CEO, explained, by shifting heavy computational workloads to the cloud, our robots become lightweight endpoints that can scale intelligence as needed while benefiting from lower costs, higher performance, and enhanced mobility. Now, the only question that remains is that if robots run the Starbucks and run the office buildings and AI handles the analysis and reporting work, who exactly is it that will be there to order the latte? People that have said tape is a dead storage medium may have to eat their words. Tape saw a huge surge in demand last year, with manufacturers behind the LTO, linear tape open standard, shipping a staggering 152.9 exabytes worth of tape cartridges. An exabyte is 1 billion gigabytes. It's about the amount of data on 25 billion smartphones, or if each number was a grain of rice, you could cover the United States at about 1.5 feet or half a meter for Canadians. Key vendors in this area, HPE, IBM, and Quantum, attributed this year-over-year growth to the rapid data generation needs of hyperscalers, enterprises, and crucially, AI workloads, which can exponentially increase unstructured data storage requirements. As one of the vendors noted, AI workloads can cause increases in storage requirements and costs. Tape's massive capacity, offline protection against ransomware, and cost-effectiveness for infrequently accessed data make it an attractive archival solution. How attractive? Well, they shipped 50 exabytes of tape. Pretty attractive. As one veteran IT architect commented, tape was my first love in storage, and it's great to see it still kicking, putting all those tape is dead claims to bed. For cold data archiving at hyperscale, you just can't beat that capacity per dollar. So while tapes may never regain their 90s heyday, this unlikely resurgence proves legacy technologies can find new life, answering modern data challenges, defying premature predictions of their demise. And that's it for today's show. Remember, you can get us on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. We're available on YouTube in both audio and now video format. Show notes are on technewsday.com or .ca, take your pick. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a wonderful Wednesday.